yang paling penting setiap ada savings atau capital yang balik ke kita pakai uangnya buat investasi lagi. Jadinya jangan sampai itu uangnya nggak diputer, you know. So use it to make more and more and more streams of passive income. Karena satu jalur passive income itu bukan berarti bisa nge-replace 1 bulan salary, tapi bisa supplement aja gitu. Jadinya financial worth kita setiap tahun menambah gitu.
Hey guys, welcome back to Dompet Millennial, a podcast about personal finance. Kita selalu bahas tentang savings, investing, different situations that yang kita hadapi lah, yang impact dompet kita. You're always here with Sammy and Samira. Samira, how are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
Good, bye. Gimana nih? How's everything going?
It's good. Nothing really new. We're almost 1 year into the pandemic.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Everything's going by so fast.
I know. Yeah, mungkin like one thing that's been kind of crazy, kayaknya recently ya, mungkin di awal tahun, is like this social media app called Clubhouse. Have you used it?
Yeah, I've used it a little bit.
Iya, agak gila sih. I still don't get it yet. Kayak teman-teman udah pada mulai make, tapi kayaknya seru-seru juga. Tapi
yeah, it's pretty good. You get to learn a lot of things.
Yeah.
We should start something there. Maybe that would be fun to do.
Yeah. Mungkin orang-orang yang pernah make atau yang udah experience on Clubhouse, leave us like comments. What do you guys think about it? Apakah it's like the new thing atau it's a passing phase? Tapi anyway, I thought that's interesting.
That's like what's going on right now. Yeah. Yeah, and I've been learning a lot of things from like business, social media, even financial stuff. You can hear speakers from all over the world. Juga bukan Indonesia aja gitu.
Yeah.
So it's pretty cool. Actually, when I was in a room yesterday, we were talking about like it was a room full of entrepreneurs, and we were talking about why we do what we do.
Yeah.
And a lot of them were talking about kayak pertama, maybe they wanted like an exit strategy gitu kayak they started a company and they wanted to have like a massive exit gitu. Tapi a couple of people were saying how they wanted to build sustainable companies, jadinya menjadi kayak passive income gitu. I mean, I guess I see that. I totally understand that. So you create one company, it creates a stream of income. Another company creates a stream of income. Then so forth. So by your retirement, you have so many streams of income. Tapi like you already have these people running your company. Tapi you get dividends or or bonuses, you know. And I thought that was pretty cool. And I think passive income sebenarnya is like a huge thing for young people gitu kayak.
We've talked about it a lot of times. Maksudnya passive income, that's like the ultimate goal. Mungkin like while we're on that like subject, mungkin kita bisa bahas juga kayak what are the myths of passive income and then reality. Karena kan kayak like what you said gitu kayak a lot of people are interested in doing it. Tapi maybe some of them kayak apa ya? Misconceptions-nya juga kan juga banyak gitu soal passive income. Kalau aku ya maksudnya like in my mind kalau passive income itu mungkin bisa dibilang kayak alternative source of money ya. Tapi a lot of people I feel like think mungkin kayak passive income is something you get like very easily. Apa ya? Gak tau deh. Kayak maybe because it's like kayak buzzword gitu ya. Kayak passive income.
So ekspektasinya orang-orang itu passive income kita nggak usah ngapain, tinggal dapat aja gitu. You know, like, tapi sebenarnya apa ya, kayak you actually do still have to do something. So kan, okay, what's the opposite of passive? Passive income, and then there's active income. Active income, misalnya, it's like you're spending your time to achieve money gitu. You have that return. So does passive income mean you don't have to chase that? It doesn't mean you don't have to chase it, but you don't have to chase it all the time. Like it's sort of, kan? So there are definitely expectations of passive income that maybe doesn't go with our definition gitu kan.
Yeah.
So I think the main misconception is like, number one, passive income, you don't need to do anything. Number two, there's no investment in time or effort.
Yeah.
And yang ketiga, yang paling pastinya, you think that only successful people can do it. Tapi sebenarnya passive income bisa juga. We can actually get it pretty young as well. We don't need a lot of investment. We just need smart investment. So if you're investing your time, be smart about it. If you're investing your money, be smart about it juga gitu. Tapi you need to understand ya gimana gitu.
Yeah, because the thing is like with this type of like income kan ya walaupun passive that's kind of the end of the life cycle of that maybe like venture gitu kan. Karena kan when you start something you're very active, you're spending a lot of time on it gitu. Dan you're working towards a state di mana this venture atau business is pendapatannya
making money for you,
making money like in a recurring fashion di mana you might not need to put as much time. Jadi that's what passive income is. It's like kayak udah you've nurtured it and then it's like matured di mana there's enough like market demand maybe atau there's enough like things going on di mana you don't have to like hands off gitu kan.
Betul. So kalau misalnya like the active method, you're earning money by selling your time gitu kan. Tapi sekarang kalau passive itu udah nggak harus use your time to earn it gitu. So it's just one step closer actually to financial freedom gitu.
Dan kalau kita ngomongin financial freedom, mungkin aku juga bisa jelasin ya. Kayak what is that ya? Financial freedom tuh kayak di mana your passive income is over like your daily expenses atau monthly expenses. Jadi kalau kita ngomongin financial freedom bukan artinya you don't have like loans atau expenses anymore. Maksudnya your kebisaan untuk cover pengeluaran itu udah covernya recurring udah gampang gitu. Jadi makanya financial freedom there's like you have kayak kalau kita ngomongin bisnis udah kayak profitnya udah kewalahan gitu. There's
Yeah, exactly. And so I think it's like the difference between being like a slave to your finances instead of misalnya financial freedom, you need to work for that money gitu. While kalau misalnya you have financial freedom, benar-benar the money comes to you because you've already invested in certain aspects gitu. Tapi sebenarnya is passive income at our age, like younger, itu sebenarnya realistic nggak ya? Kayak for me, pastinya we want to achieve financial freedom through passive income gitu. Dan bukan satu aja passive income, tapi multiple. Karena mungkin passive income itu, the trick of it can grow. It's an investment that needs to grow with time. So, jadinya gini, kalau misalnya passive income itu atau misalnya kita mau invest sesuatu tapi kecil, sekarang kita jangan harap itu kembali sama kita langsung. It's not instant gitu. So it's like it takes time. And we'll talk about that a little bit later juga sih. But I don't know, Sam, do you know the ways in which you can build passive income itu ada apa aja?
Iya, yang ada beberapa yang that comes to mind ya. Maksudnya kalau mau mulai passive income yang pasti kan you need something yang that active income first, tapi you need to first kayak save the amount of money that you've gotten from there. Jadi kan passive income it's like you're starting something from scratch, baru lagi gini. It's like you kalau aku mikirnya kalau like passive income it's something you have like kayak side business is usually what I think of as a side of a passive income. Di mana you're starting something new, you're using your own money. You're really investing in yourself gitu. Jadi you have to be first smart about what you want to do. Itu pertama. Terus mungkin juga like lebih savingsnya juga harus jalan. Karena kan uangnya you'll use your own money. It's not like it's a new business gitu, a new business idea that you're going for. Dan harus pintar aja sih. Maksudnya in how much you save, what you're going to be using it for. Kita juga nggak mau jeopardize atau membikin active income kita a risk gitu. Maksudnya that's your primary source. Jangan apa ya, cause any challenges gitu. Makan waktu dari pekerjaan utama juga kan. So mungkin itu sih yang that comes to mind. I think saving is probably the first step. Kayak, what do you want to do with the venture? Where are you gonna get the money? Yeah, of course it's gonna be you kan. Jadi
yeah, for sure. I totally agree. So like gimana ya, kayak mungkin sebelum kita mikirin how to build the passive income, we need to think about juga what is passive income. Like, okay, kita udah ngomongin nih, passive income is the key for financial freedom. Tapi anak milenial usia misalnya 20-30 tahun, bisa nggak sih punya passive income, dan how do they do it gitu. Sebenarnya banyak jalan juga, banyak apa ya, zaman sekarang tuh sebenarnya banyak caranya. In my opinion, like the top 3 yang sekarang lagi lumayan ya, yang nomor 1 ya investing. So if you invest in either like a company, and that's like my what I've been doing, like investing in small businesses atau small projects aja gitu.
Yeah.
Small projects yang misalnya short-term projects that you invest modalnya segini, tapi misalnya kayak modalnya X gitu, terus bisa dibalikin 3X dalam beberapa tahun atau 1 tahun gitu. So that's like investing. So you have more income coming to you gitu.
Yeah.
And then either in a bigger project, which is like a business, or like a smaller project, which is like one-off one-off events gitu, atau project, you know. Yang kedua pastinya it's real estate. So you can buy like a small real estate, mungkin sama teman-teman juga bisa, and then you have the rental income. That's like another thing that I think. And then yang ketiga nih, yang I think is a really good opportunity, is actually selling digital products gitu. So what I've seen is a lot of platforms online, misalnya jualan education, like if you're making videos and people are buying your videos, itu kan sekali. Atau if you make templates or packets gitu, kayak itu juga sebenarnya.
Yeah.
So that's pretty interesting.
The ones like that come to mind too, like from a creative standpoint, adalah kayak aku lihat banyak, ada beberapa teman juga sih yang mulai ke avenue ini, adalah kayak YouTube gitu, atau digital content creation, blog, YouTube, di mana you can like, if you're talking about yang something specific gitu, itu bisa jadiin platform untuk advertisers gitu kan.
So iya, betul. Iya, like if you're like a content creator, terus lumayan banyak followers gitu.
Yeah.
Tapi sebenarnya itu aktif juga karena, aku salah sih, sebenarnya sebagai content creator itu lebih aktif karena every time you post, it's like a new post. Tapi if you make a video and put it on YouTube, right? That's better, yeah.
Ya, itu kepikiran. Tapi like, so itu kan tadi contoh-contoh like some new ideas untuk orang nyobain. Tapi like, do you think like maybe like the first steps gitu kan, tadi kita udah bilang saving and at a high level. Tapi what do you think mungkin like for somebody to start, what are the things that they need to mungkin think about, start doing in their like daily lives, atau like more of the mindset around passive income?
I think mindset is a long-term strategy. Don't think short-term when it comes to passive income. For me, I think that, and also for passive income, if you want to continue to increase your sources of income, all of that money that you receive, you invest into another source of passive income. That's like one of the things that I've been trying to do. So I guess I can give you an example. I invested in like, I'm a minority shareholder banget gitu. Like, so you can say I'm like a angel investor, or like even pre-angel investor to a business, to a startup. And then we started to get dividends after 2 years. So that's like a way of my getting my capital and then my my stream of passive income. Soalnya that dividend continues every year. Nah, dengan dividend itu that I got, I langsung invest di satu lagi tempat. So it's sort of building my asset of passive income, my portfolio of passive income. So I think that you have to start small as well. Kalau misalnya you're gonna sell digital products, ya, sell many of them juga. Jangan sell satu aja gitu. And then keep going.
Build up. Iya,
Yeah, build it up.
that's itu good tips sih, maksudnya mungkin untuk orang yang passive income kan mungkin yang dari tadi bahas itu it's a long term thing gitu. Untuk like hal-hal yang bisa dipakai dari situ untuk retirement, untuk stability and security, bukan semacam kayak one time jackpot gitu lah ya. It's yang dimaksud passive income, it's always recurring. Then
exactly.
We want it to grow. Tapi that's a good tip. Kayak, if you have something successful, think of other ways. Karena the more kayak it's like multiplier effect gitu. Kalau misalnya if you have more of it, jadi kayak akan berkali-kali lipat aja gitu.
Iya, betul. Tapi ya yang paling penting, Sam, in my opinion, it takes time. So it's not overnight. Benar-benar harus bikin strategi sendiri gitu, kayak this is my stream of passive income dari digital products misalnya, this is my stream of passive income dari my real estate gitu, my apartment that I'm gonna rent, this is my stream for my potential dividends gitu. Dan nggak harus semuanya at the same time, tapi ngelihat bahwa mungkin kita cuman ada liquid buat diinvest kecil, ya udah itu aja diinvest dulu, and then you kind of build it up. Karena a financial strategy and a financial plan itu seharusnya it's an all your life kind of strategy that hopefully setiap 5 tahun bisa naik tingkat, you know. So jangan hilang harapan dulu kalau misalnya sekarang kita nggak punya passive income, nggak apa-apa. Emang itu butuh waktu buat dibangun sih ya.
Ya, maksudnya kita compare in age aja ya. Maksudnya I'm 26 dan I don't have any passive income. Tapi you are starting to get that and starting to see. And you're
so it takes 10 years. Maksudnya it takes less than that. Tapi for me it took me a while gitu, karena emang butuh waktu buat nge-save dari salary dulu, ambil savings itu, terus baru nge-invest juga kan, karena investing in passive income itu kayak it's more risky juga kan, karena we're hoping that it brings us returns. Tapi you made your first small investment into a company last year, tapi you never got dividends yet kan, belum ada passive income.
Belum.
Yes, maybe soon. So I think passive income is very important. I think I want to discuss this juga with mungkin an expert juga. I think that would be interesting. But if you walk away from this episode, please know a few things. Yang pertama, passive income is totally possible when you're young gitu. You don't need to wait sampai you have a big savings gitu terus baru build your portfolio of passive income. Masih bisa banget when you're young. Yang nomor 2, passive income itu range dari yang kecil kayak bikin digital products terus dijual, atau kayak bikin video-video terus dijual gitu. Itu juga streams of passive income, meskipun mungkin returnnya masih kecil, tapi itu streams of passive income karena kerja satu kali tapi bisa dijual beberapa kali gitu. Terus yang nomor 3, kalau misalnya you want multiple streams of passive income, yang paling penting setiap ada savings atau capital yang balik ke kita pakai uangnya buat investasi lagi. Jadinya jangan sampai itu uangnya nggak diputar, you know. So use it to make more and more and more streams of passive income. Karena satu jalur passive income itu bukan berarti bisa nge-replace 1 bulan salary, tapi bisa suplement aja gitu. Jadinya financial worth kita setiap tahun menambah gitu. So I think kayak I hope that this episode empowers you and empowers all of us sebenarnya.
Dapat motivasi dikit.
Ya,
Mudah-mudahan.
dapat pasti dikit ya.
Tapi I think kayaknya enak sih kalau misalnya kita ngomongin sama guest. Kayak cari
Yes.
jadi contoh aja gitu, kayak like let's find a real life example juga yang bisa.
Iya,
Ya kan?
exactly.
Ya.
And how they did it. Mungkin anak muda juga lucu tuh kalau misalnya kita.
Iya, hebat. Jadi lebih motivasi lagi. Alright
Ya.
guys, itu our discussion on passive income. Mudah-mudahan ada 1-2 poin yang bisa dipakai untuk take away. Jangan lupa kita we try to post Senin dan Kamis, dan we always try to post on our Instagram with new content. Jadi kalau misalnya if you guys have any questions, any mungkin episode ideas that we should talk about, let us know. Karena ada actually like there's probably been like 2 or 3 this season I think yang derived from like comments atau ideas from people. Jadi we try to include yang mau dibahas, kita coba bahas. Anyway guys, hope you guys enjoyed this episode. See you guys.
Okay, bye guys. Thank you.